everyone, what is going on? Welcome back to another edition of the Day I Met series. I'm Mike and welcome to Did You See That? Thank you for tuning into this video and please feel free to hit that subscribe button down below. It's literally just the red button underneath this video. However, today I've been talking recently about the Day I Met series and I've included the Back to the Future cast. However, I wanted to switch this up because I've got a cool story about how I met Dave Bautista. This story let me throw back to around 2007. Now, at that point in time, I was definitely far bigger into wrestling than maybe I am nowadays. Bautista was an awesome wrestler and I still wish that he was kind of doing that nowadays, but I appreciate that kind of transcendence into movies, and it's really been paying off for him, especially since he garnered the role as Drax the Destroyer in the Guardians of the Galaxy franchise. It's really helped elevate his career and do films like My Spy. The story of how I met Dave Bautista is in 2007-2008. The WWE would always come to Newcastle here in the UK twice a year, usually around April and November time. When they came to Newcastle, they used to announce a WWE autograph signing. So whether that was at a DVD, CD store here called HMV, or whether it was at a toy shop that we've got here, it really just depends on the location that they chose at the time. I remember that I went to college and at this point I was studying to be a chef. And yes, I still use some of my culinary skills nowadays. It was announced that Bautista was coming to HMV. Now, at this point, I actually bought a very old WWE program because I didn't really know what to get signed, so I bought this from like a local newsagent. And when I bought this program, it had no autographs on it whatsoever. The only WWE superstar I had met before this time was Matt Hardy. And pretty much HMV is outside on kind of like a big high street where obviously thousands of people cross every day. It's a famous street called Northumberland Street. I was outside of HMV because the autograph signing was due to start about 3:30, 4 o'clock. So I got there for around 2:30, just so I was in there in line and I wasn't like massively behind the queue because you had to collect wristbands. I got there in line, I collected my wristband, and I then got into the queue, which was maybe about 100 people in front of me. So quite a few people had got there even earlier than I did. Now at the time, it was the biggest WWE superstar that I had met. So I was a little bit nervous. I remembered that at this point, I went with my brother and maybe one of his friends. And as we got closer up to the line, I started getting a little bit more nervous, as you do at these kind of celebrity autograph signings, especially if it's someone like a really big name, someone that you kind of watch on TV, say every week, or seen in a movie. It's that kind of like excitement that you have. As I got front into the line, I remember that the autograph signing was upstairs, so you had to go up an escalator to get up there. So obviously security controlled in terms of people going up or down. Yeah, it got to the time when I was going up the escalator, and as soon as I got the escalator, I could see round the corner where this queue ended up going into, Bautista was at the table signing autographs. Now at the time, I think he had like a black jacket on. He also had like sunglasses on as well. And I think before the person who was in front of me who was speaking to Bautista, I think that he had said that like he'd just gotten off a plane like a couple of hours ago, if that, and he was kind of jet lagged, which is understandable coming from America to the UK. And anyway, I got up to meeting up with Bautista and I was like, oh hey Bautista, you know, nice to meet you. So I put down kind of my yellow magazine and he was like, well, where do I sign this? So I said, oh, well, would you mind just like signing in the middle? Just make it a little bit easier. So he did a massive autograph signing right in the middle. And I said, oh, well, nice to meet you. And I shook his hand right at the end and kind of then walked off. So for me, it meant a lot because it was kind of like the main wrestler before Matt Hardy I'd actually really met. Awesome that I've got that memory now because I appreciate at the time he was jet lagged, and after a big long flight, you know yourself, you really can't be bothered to do much, or at least a kind of fatigueness does set in. After this story, he's now gone on to be Drax in like Guardians of the Galaxy, and his film career is taking off more and more. So it was just really cool to meet maybe a smaller name at that point to now a huge name. So that is my story of meeting Dave Bautista, and I hope that you really enjoyed this video. Please give it a big thumbs up and subscribe to the channel if you already haven't. And until the next time that you see me, I'll be seeing you later.